Hello, this is Sheshachalam from Ashgabat, Mysore. So today we will understand Khalvata Yoga. So the yoga for baldness. So not everyone suddenly becomes bald, or sometimes people who are having extraordinary hair will start losing hair, or the hair fall is so fast that they become bald very soon. So, what is this yoga and how is it defined? Let us understand. So, first we should understand that the ascendant lord should be either in a fiery sign or in a dry sign. So, fiery signs, that is Agni Tattva Rashis. Agni Tattva Rashis. This is Agni, Prithvi, Vayu, Jala. This is again Agni, Prithvi, Vayu, Jala. And you have another Agni, Prithvi, Vayu, Jala. So you have three Agni Tattva Rashis and dry signs. As I had explained earlier in Krishanga Yoga, the dry signs which are defined are Aries, Taurus, Gemini. So let me write dry signs. So Leo, Virgo, and Sagittarius. So there are six dry signs and three fiery signs, and these are both dry and fiery. So when the ascendant lord gets posited in any one of them and it is weak then Khalvata Yoga is formed. But that doesn't mean that everyone who has the ascendant lord in these particular rashis and when ascendant lord is weak will always be bald. So there are other major important planetary positions or influences which will actually nullify it. Like if you have a strong moon or a Mercury, this yoga will not suddenly come into play. But still, if these conditions are there and still you have a strong moon and Mercury, after a certain age, hair fall can be seen and baldness can be experienced. So, the point here is that the hair follicles are not supposed to become dry, or the scalp should not be dry. The drier the scalp, the faster the hair follicle will die. So let us understand the other points of this yoga. The Ketu stars are to be analyzed like Ashwini, Makha and Mula, the constellations, and then we also have to analyze the constellations of sun, that is Kritika, Uttara Phalguni and Uttara Ashada nakshatras. So as I told you earlier, the drier the scalp, the weaker the hair follicles, and hence the hair loss, or you can go through other problems of the hair like split hair damage, sudden graying of the hair, early gray hairs. All this can be seen in this yoga itself in certain variations. So let us go through the examples. So let me take an example. I'll just take Makar Rashi near to me. So I'll make this as the Lagna or the ascendant. So ascendant lord is Saturn. So Saturn, if I have to make him weak in a chart, I'll have to put Saturn in such a place that it affects the ascendant. So I'll put Saturn here. Saturn is first of all in the 8th house, which is giving rise to Deha Kasta Yoga. Secondly, if it is along with the malefic, a malefic. So the best malefic for this fellow or the worst malefic for this Lagna would be Sun itself. Sun, the 8th lord, conjunct Saturn, or Saturn is combust with Sun in the 8th house, which gives rise to a very tough position for Saturn, and if the Shadbala of Saturn also is very low, this yoga, Kalvata yoga, is totally existing in the chart. Let us also see another combination. The combination, let me take Mars as the ascendant lord. So if Mars has to be weak, again I'll have to either put it in the house of debilitation or put it in another place where it is weak. So let me put Mars in the 12th house. I am putting it in the Triksthanas purposefully to show that Mars or any other planet, the Lagnadipati, becomes weak. So it is in its enemy sign. It is something like Dukkita Avastha. The Avastha is also very bad. And then along with a dry planet, because this is not fully a dry sign, it is a Padajala. There is some water in this sign in Libra. So let me put a dry planet along with it. So this example is not now. This is the first example. So let me put a dry planet along with it. I'll put Saturn and then I'll put Ketu. So this becomes a tough position for this ascendant of Scorpio, which will again give rise to Khalvata Yoga. So Khalvata Yoga can be seen in many charts because it's a very common problem. Hair fall is a very common problem. So you can see it in generally in many charts where people tend to you know get look older, or their hair particularly tends to become gray or even will become shining silver white very soon in their life, and that might be because of a particular combination which you should be able to ascertain the age from the Vimshottari Dasha system. So you can do it through Vimshottari Dasha. You can also see in certain cases, I have seen that this yoga gets into functioning. That is, the event of this yoga will start. That is, like a person getting into, sudden hair fall starts. That happens because of Saturn transit. This is also very important. Saturn or even Ketu's transit over certain planets or the ascendant lord or the ascendant itself can suddenly initiate hair fall. Then now people will ask remedies. So what are the remedies? So remedies are purely with regard to Moon and Mercury here. Moon is water and Mercury is good oily skin, oil. So it's not that oily skin, it is good oil. So it is vitamin E. We have to have good diet and nutrition with good water. Water is actually going to give you a healthy skin. The healthy skin, even your scalp is a part of your skin. So the whole of the scalp is fully enveloped by a layer of a skin. The skin has a lot of layers. So water ensures good health, and vitamin E, or what is found in oils, good oils, which like particularly coconut oil. Our Dr. Hegde, who does a great work on YouTube. He has been into so many lectures, and Dr. Hegde, if you search for Dr. B.M. Hegde and ask, search for a query on coconut oil, you get fantastic videos as to explain, where he explains that the importance of coconut oil. Particularly, he emphasizes, hilariously, but still it's true that people from Kerala, our southernmost part of India, where they eat coconut oil fried items. They use coconut oil in all their culinary food, and they use coconut oil on their hair, the scalp. They massage it every day, and so nicely, he very nicely tells that, they do not dry their hair fully. So they come out of the bath, half of their hair is dry, it's left free, and then they put, they have a massage of coconut oil in their scalps, and they leave it free once again. They don't tie it so hard, so they have beautiful hair. So I remember Dr. B.M. Hegde, excellent speaker and excellent propagator of very good healthy living messages. So you please go. I'm myself, one of his followers, so I see a lot of his videos. So Dr. B.M. Hegde, for you for understanding the importance of coconut oil. So coconut oil has a lot of good properties which will actually protect your hair follicle. So people who are having early hair fall, or they are just into the starting of the problem, this is an excellent remedy. Even virgin coconut oil, which is edible coconut oil, what we use at home, we use coconut oil for our food. So when we are doing our rotis, my wife uses coconut oil to bake them or roast them. So that's how it is. So we need to inculcate um, good, diet and nutrition, so that it will be good for our hair and also for our skin. So thank you very much for today's class.
I want to ask, what about the importance of sun?
Ah, yeah, she has asked me a question because she's not wearing a mic. So my wife has prompted me that I should be emphasizing the importance of sun. Sun, actually, I have seen in many charts that when it is in the ascendant, it gives rise to extraordinary health. But you might have seen people with very good health being bald. So, sun, when it is directly sitting on the ascendant or aspecting the ascendant or sitting along with the ascendant lord, will take away the strength, or it will make that particular place, the skin on the scalp, very dry. So, because of that, because of the aspect or placement of sun, um, the dryness is very high, and the hair fall or the hair growth is restricted. So thank you very much for today's class.